Well, now that's an interesting title, isn't it? I'm not even sure if it's spelled right, but I don't care. So, you guys know about me and my spelling. Billy Burrito. If maybe not in the last little while, but for a long time. And actually, Billy Burrito was birthed in Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada, and was named in San Jose, California. Actually, maybe that's where the Billy Burrito come from. Don't know. Well, yeah, I do know that's where it come from because there was a burrito stand right across the street from our hotel where we were teaching. After this module, you're going to be using Billy Burrito in your everyday language. As a matter of fact, you will have a new term and you will call it a Billy Burrito. Okay, so what and who is Billy Burrito? Okay, let's get Mr. Flipchart in here. Okay, here's Mr. Flipchart. Now, I haven't made the nice, pretty circles, so I'm going to freehand this. So here we go. You know what my freehand looks like. So this is Billy Burrito. Well, I haven't drawn him for a while. So that's Billy looks kind of rough. He looks like a, I don't know what, a second grader drew it. Anyway. And I have a new stand for Mr. Flipchart, so we'll see how it works. That's terrible, but we're going with it. This represents, of course, our physical, non-physical, and time. This won't be anything new to you guys. Okay, so this is Billy Burrito. Now, Billy likes burritos. Okay, so work with me here. Okay, this is supposed to be a burrito. All right, just okay, just pretend. Okay, that's a burrito. Yeah, where is it? All right, so Billy likes burritos. Now, when Billy eats the burrito, right, over a period of time, his digestive system digests the burrito. Now, Billy doesn't have to tell his digestive system how to digest the burrito. It just digests the burrito. This is a key teaching here, okay? So your digestive system, or Billy's digestive system, over a period of time, it keeps the nutrients, right? And whoops, releases the waste. Now, sometimes these burritos that Billy eats on a spiciness scale are very mild. And so Billy, he eats the burrito and his digestive system keeps the nutrients, releases the waste, and it's all good. Now, other times, it's like a habanero or those, the ghost peppers and things like this. So super, super spicy. So Billy digests or consumes a burrito. And while the digestion process might not be too pretty, and while the releasing of the waste might not be too pretty, his digestive system still knows what to do, and that's keep the nutrients and expel the waste. Okay? Now, sometimes Billy digests a burrito, and his digestive system is trying to do that very natural process, but maybe it's the 10th burrito that Billy has had. Maybe there was too much cheese and it gets stuck. So this process right here, it's trying to happen. But for some reason, it gets stuck and Billy gets constipated. Now, we know that if that condition persists, bad things happen. So Billy's got to do something. So what's he going to do? Well, he goes to the local drugstore and he gets an herbal laxative. Now, notice I said that he gets an herbal laxative, not X-Lax. Why? Because Billy doesn't want the X-Lax experience. He doesn't want that. He wants the herbal laxative. experience. It does not have to go, nor does he necessarily want it to go all at once. What he's looking for is that nice, gentle releasing. All right, let's go back to the flip chart. Now, in every moment in time, your being is consuming or ingesting memories. Now, when that happens, your being, body, mind, spirit, right? Your being is designed over this period of time to keep the nutrients, which are, and I'm going to abbreviate here, which are the thoughts, right? The pictures or the movies, the voices or dialogues, and release the waste or the charge or, the trauma. So just like as it relates to the physical, maybe the purely physical or more focused on the physical, our being, as it relates to memories, is designed to do the same thing. It keeps the pictures, the movies, voices, or dialogues, and it releases the charge or the trauma that we feel. And remember, we've talked about this, or if we haven't, we will. Is that, and so if we haven't, here's the 30-second version. And if we have, here's a 30-second recap. But memories, what's a charged memory or a traumatic memory? That's a memory that when you focus on it, when it's triggered, it's like this, like you feel it. It's like a charge. You feel that. That's what it is. Now, your being, my being, our being, is designed. And it does it, we don't have to make it happen. It's designed to take that memory, keep the pictures and movies and voices or dialogue, and release the trauma or the charge related to it. We don't have to make it happen. We allow it to happen. Now, you can probably see where this is going. Now, sometimes when we ingest those memories, on a spiciness scale or on a trauma scale, they're like 0.5, just innocuous. So our being keeps the pictures and movies, releases any of that trauma. Now, sometimes on a trauma scale, those memories are like a 12 out of 10, right? And while I'm not saying that process of releasing that trauma is pretty, our being is still designed to keep the pictures or the movies, voices or dialogues, and release the trauma. Again, I'm not saying that it makes it pretty, ha ha ha, all that kind of stuff. But that's the thing. The thing isn't so much, I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but you already know how the story ends. It's not so much the discomfort, think of the burritos, right? It's not so much the discomfort of this process. It's the fact that sometimes, just like with the burritos, this process gets stuck. And that's the issue. So another way to look at root causes now is you could think of them as unprocessed or undigested traumatic memories. And remember, it could be one root cause, but it's often several root causes that built up. Just like with Billy, it might not be one burrito, it's the 10 burritos that all add up. Important thing to remember. Right? Not all traumas are the exorcist moments. Right? They can be little ones that build and build and build over time. So just like with the burrito, Billy's got to do something. He goes to the drugstore. He gets the herbal laxative, right? He doesn't want the X-Lax. He doesn't need or want them to all go at once because that's not very pretty. He wants that nice, gentle releasing. So just like with these, what we're looking for is we're not looking for them all to go away just like that. Matter of fact, we don't want that to happen because this releasing process is a very real physical experience. That's why it's not uncommon. I don't say go looking for it, but it's not uncommon to feel sensations, to feel very real physical sensations as this process is happening. Hence the whole term Billy Burrito. So usually Billy Burrito is one of two things. You're either experiencing physical sensations of keeping it real, very real physical releasing, maybe aches or pains or stuffles here, or your digestive system goes a bit wonky. It's, you could think of it as detoxing is often commonly what the more general term that we use for a lot of things. Or it could also be emotions. So labeled emotions that just sort of come into your awareness. You might not even know where they're coming from. See, that's the neat thing about this. Your being, just like the burritos, it knows how to do this. It knows how to digest. It knows how to process. It knows how to release it. Our job is to maintain an environment that's conducive to that. And just like with Billy's herbal laxative, introduce a catalyst to help initiate and support that process. And I'm sure you've guessed it already. What's the catalyst for the memories, the stuck memories? Is Reiki. Back to what we talked about. Reiki doesn't do the work. Reiki is a catalyst that supports our being, that sort of helps sometimes initiate our being in doing what it knows how to do. And that's keep the pictures or movies and release the trauma. That's why as it's releasing and when it's released, which isn't exactly accurate, but we're going to go through that. We'll go with that for now. So that same stimulus can come in. That same memory can pop into your awareness. But now you don't feel this. Why don't you feel that? Because now that trauma related to it is gone. It's been released. And because this process is very real and a very physical process, we don't need, and just as importantly, we don't want it to go all at once. Now, it's not going to kill you, but it's not about, what's it about? That nice, gentle releasing process. And again, this is where put your damn ugly stick away. Allow yourself, if you're feeling those labeled emotions, if you're feeling some of that physical releasing, is understand that's what's happening. We might not necessarily like it, but understand the value in it is what's so important. And because of that, we can support it. And maybe, if at all possible, if you're noticing kind of an enhanced version of that, because it moves in cycles, right? If you're able to take it easy on yourself, because it's a very real process. That's the thing. Your body is this wonderful instrument. And as it is releasing those things, it's working. It's doing a lot of work. So if at all possible, to, I don't want to say rest a bit more, but just, I guess, to help support that in whatever way fits for you would be perfect. So let's just go back to here. There we are. So there is Billy and the burrito, and there is us and this. Just to finish it off, what do we introduce here? Already talked about it. But you introduce Reiki. All right, guys, that's Billy Burrito, and we'll see you in the next module.